Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 2 of Mega Man and Bass. Now it's time to do what we do best, kill some Robot Masters. And you may have noticed that the selection screen is not your typical choose your Robot Master window screen. Instead, it's arranged like a grid, and what we have to do is defeat the Robot Masters in the front of the first 3 in order to gain access to any of the remaining 5 in the next grid. And we still have to defeat all 8 Robot Masters before we can proceed onward to King's Castle and finish the game. But more on that later on. In the meantime, we are taking on Cold Man first. And, well, Cold Man will take a lot of gimmicks and items and enemies from Frostman stage in Mega Man 8. So again, that's more recycling from Capcom. But hey, at least there is no jump, slide section here. So 1 point for Cold Man. Instead, Cold Man has these little ice floors right here. If you stand on them, they will gradually break apart. I mean, they're not really a threat. You just have to mind your jumps and jump when they, well, fully break apart, or else you'll fall down and, well, go down a bottomless pit or fall into spikes or ugh. And that's a free 1-up just for this section because the game knows that you might screw up here because, well, there are spikes here. Oh boy. Yes, you are seeing a bunch of CDs all around the level. Now, I'll explain more about them in a bit. First of all, we have this evil robot snowman mini-boss right here. And I swear, sometimes it's hard to pinpoint this thing's weakness. I could have sworn it's the head area or the pail on its head, but it seems like this game doesn't recognize where to hit the guy. Sometimes I lose a lot of health trying to defeat this guy. In fact, I will die here, folks. I am going to die because this boss gimmick is pure BS right here. Basically, he'll try and suck you in, and he will launch miniature snowmen to essentially try and dive bomb you. And some of them will get stuck on the bottom of the snow, and I hate this thing. Oh, I hate this thing. I hate you, stupid. See, this game is finicky where this guy's hit point is, and I hate this mini boss. But thankfully, it can be defeated. It is possible. I just did it. It just needs to take a little bit of time and patience. That is all. Alright, back to the CDs. The CDs are collectibles of this game. Essentially, when you collect a CD, you unlock some data on characters from the Mega Man series. That is, the classic series 1 through 8, characters from the Wily Wars, this game, and Mega Man V for the Game Boy. So, that's a nice little incentive to collect all these CDs. Well, back in 2003, I don't really find a need for the CDs in this case because I can find that exact information on the internet these days. So, yeah. Besides, I'm not going to collect every single one of these CDs because, well, again, the ways to collect the CDs, well, they can be, you can easily get a CD no problem, and some of the ways, it's just pure impossible. I mean, the game recognizes that the game recognizes your progress on the CDs, and you have to actually use both characters, Mega Man and Bass, to get them. Like, there's one section that you just saw that Mega Man's sliding ability is useful in getting to certain hidden areas where CDs are located. And for Bass, well, his double jump can be really helpful to get those CDs that are in really, really, really high places. So, so again, it is teamwork on a meta level as well. So, yeah. Oh, hi again, Ice Machines. Now, there are no giant whales here, not that I can recall, anyway. But these machines are outbreaking on their own, and, well, they can hurt you or help you depending on the situation. So you just gotta mind your jumps and carefully make your way to the end. And yeah, we're in the home stretch, folks. Ugh. It's all a matter of timing. You know, I've just realized something. I haven't gotten around to talk about Cold Man yet. So let's see, Cold Man. Cold Man. Okay. Cold Man is an ice-themed robot appearing in Mega Man in Base. Cold Man was originally created to preserve prehistoric DNA from dinosaurs in his body at Absolute Zero in Dr. Light's laboratory. Wait a second. Cold Man was a Dr. Light robot? What? Alright. King modified him to be a guard robot. Cold Man attacks by using spiked ice walls that he creates by opening the freezer in his belly. He can also cause areas to freeze from a distance. He releases a Moku Moku Mo, or cloud enemies, from his head to slow the player's movements and get in the way. So, yeah, that's pretty much his attack pattern right here. And there are those cloud enemies that I just talked about. Now, basically, it's easy to jump over these spiked ice walls. It's just a matter of timing. And again, Cold Man can also freeze you in place so that he can hit you with a spiked ice wall. And Cold Man can jump around as well. And these things can really hold you to the ground, can really screw up your progress. Ugh. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And whew, that was close. Almost died there, but I did it. I've beaten the first Robot Master of this game, so things will get a little easier, right? Well, we'll see, folks. We'll see. Anyway, now we have Ice Wall, and I do like this item get screen where you can actually see a demonstration of the weapon against enemies. And I believe Mega Man V for the Game Boy does something similar. So, yeah, why couldn't we have that in the regular games, huh, Capcom? Why couldn't we? I mean, sure, Mega Man 7 had Dr. Light and Mega Man discuss what the weapon does, but sometimes showing is better than telling. Huh? 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 Alright, now it's time for our next Robot Master, Burner Man. And yes, I am going in weakness order. And it's now time for Base to have a little fun himself. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Oh, if you have chosen Base for this level, well, if you have chosen Base from the start of the game, well, you're going to have a little bit of an easier time going through levels. I mean, this level would be a little difficult as Mega Man, but as Base, I mean, look at this right here. And this thing right here, this Gutsman wannabe. I can just shoot at its big toe, and there. See? And oh look, another one. All I have to do is once again shoot it in the foot, and it dies. Again, too bad Base cannot shoot through walls. Well, yet. I believe there's an upgrade that he can buy where he can shoot through walls, and yeah. Of course, I'm going to need some currency in order to do so. Actually, this is the perfect chance for me to tell you that the bolts have returned. However, unlike in Mega Man 8, there are an infinite amount, which means you can, well, farm for bolts to no end, and have enough to essentially buy all the upgrades of this game. So, hooray! However, there are also ways to get a huge number of bolts later on in this game, but we'll get there when we get there. Of course, there are fake floors, which means if you move into the wrong area, you can fall one level below, and that sucks. Of course, there's another CD there. And I hate these enemies right here. When you shoot one, it will produce, it will spawn a replacement. However, if you destroy both of them before the replacements are spawned, well, it's gone for good. Thank goodness for that. And oh goody, fake floors over spikes. Thank you, game. What? Of course, Mega Man cannot reach that health. However, Bass can with his double jump. See, it's another one of these... sorry, I just can't help but praise Bass in this game. Okay, let's talk about Burner Man now, shall we? Burner Man is a fire-themed robot master from Mega Man and Bass, created to destroy natural environments. Who would build a robot master to cause forest fires? Smokey would be disappointed. Anyway, he entered King's army and was ordered to destroy nature. King tricked Burner Man into believing that he must burn a forest every day or else a self-destruct bomb inside him will explode. This isn't true, but Burner Man continued to burn forests in order to stay alive. Burner Man's main weapon is a flamethrower in his right arm called the Wave Burner, which uses a special type of gas and releases green flames. These flames can also be released from his head and fingertips. Burner Man also attacks with grenades and foothold traps. His stage can only be a blah 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 blah. Burner Man's weakness is Ice Wall, which is able to push him out of the arena and into the spikes that outlay his room. Okay, so good to know. And sorry folks that this is taking forever. Again, Bass cannot shoot through walls, and yeah, this will take forever. So I decided, screw it, just move onward. Let's just move on. Oh, actually, while I'm doing this, I'd like to mention in the comments of part 1, let's see, Jinta PPE 1000, if you're watching this, thank you for the information about the Bass Buster doing half the damage of the regular Mega Buster, and getting over the Sniper Joe shield by jumping up and firing diagonally downwards. So, thank you for that little tip there. Thank you. Of course, that section we just passed involved a bunch of spheres. You have to just time your jumps carefully, and yeah, I died there. However, look at that. Look at this right here. My head is, its head's in my body. Yeah, I'm not taking damage. Or what the heck, game? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Now, I suppose it's somewhat possible to get that health and CD as base. I'm assuming the double jump will work, but again, I'm not going for all the CDs because the information in those CDs, you can find them easily on the internet today. Come on, folks. I mean, I can understand back in the early days, 2003, I mean, the internet we know was in its infancy or something. Well, not its infancy. It was in its infancy in the 90s, but yeah. As you can see here, the giant tellies are back, but they have a new gimmick. A BS gimmick, in my opinion. Essentially, they will drop bombs that will fill the screen with insta-kill fire. That's right, insta-kill fire. And if you do not reach a safe spot, well, you're dead. Now, it was difficult when I went through this stage as Mega Man, but as Bass, well, it depends on how good your double jump ability is. For you can see, Bass can reach the higher areas no problem and avoid the insta-kill fire. Must have been produced by the same company that produced those insta-kill fire machines from Flame Man stage in Mega Man 6 or something. Must have been filled with that oil too or something, I don't know. And here we are, the final enemy before we get to Burner Man, and yeah, pretty pathetic, huh? Alright, now Burner Man. Now, my advice with this guy is that, well, he moves fast. He moves very fast, and use Ice Wall just to push him into the spikes for massive damage. Now, Bass will have an easier time dodging this guy's attack thanks to the double jump. Mega Man, and yes, those spikes there are insta-kill. Well, for you, not for Burner Man. However, we can make Burner Man suffer by pushing him into the spikes and, well, having him die. Just like that. And you gotta love the way Bass gets his weapons. He just keeps shooting and shooting and shooting until he absorbs the weapon energy. It's like he's really getting off on being the superior robot. So, yeah, that's it for Burner Man. And, Now remember, folks, I am playing as both Mega Man and Bass at the same time, switching between the Mega Man file and the Bass file. So, yeah, I'm going the same routes, I'm doing mostly the same things to make this video, or this playthrough, a little bit more consistent, as it were. So, yeah. Alright, so I'll see you in part 3, everyone.